The holy grail of e-commerce success seems to be to exit your brand for tens of millions or even hundreds of millions. And in today's video, I'm going to be briefly sharing with you the story of a Shopify store that recently got acquired for $130 million. And I think if you watch this entire video, this will serve not only as amazing motivation, but just a great example of where you should be aiming when it comes to your Shopify store. So of course, if you don't have a Shopify store, you don't know what Shopify is. Shopify is just the biggest e-commerce website hosting platform out there. It's my favorite. Their big ethos is arming the rebels, giving the small businesses the tools necessary to conquer empires and battle against Amazon and other big corporations. But without further ado, let's take a look at this. So first of all, here's kind of the too long didn't read. So the brand that I'm going to be talking about is called Chubbies, and I don't know if you know them, but they are basically a shorts brand. So this is also what's really cool, is that it's not like this brand is some sort of like software brand or anything just insane. It's really just shorts for running, for swimming, etc. So nothing insanely innovative, even though, you know, their marketing tactics and their products actually are quite good. And of course, that's why they're getting bought out for 130 million. You wouldn't be getting bought out for that much money if you were just, you know, a really shitty brand. So they are not a very shitty brand. But if we take a look at their traffic distribution, they are getting over 400,000 monthly visitors. But to be quite honest, it's not what I would have expected from a $130 million buyout. Of course, this is September, right? Like obviously for a shorts brand, summertime is probably going to be the best. And then of course the holiday season, and in the summertime, they did do almost 1 million monthly visitors. But this just goes to show really the power of e-commerce nowadays and just how some stores get valued. Let's say they're doing 1 million a month in sales. That would be, you know, 12 million a year. And they got bought out for 130 million. That's a pretty crazy ratio. But just how this guy Webb Smith mentions, this guy posts a lot of reports on the e-commerce landscape. I really love his Twitter page, and I've been following him for a long time. But basically, as he's saying, they were founded in 2011, so a little bit over 10 years ago. So basically exactly a decade ago. So imagine starting your Shopify store now and somebody told you that 10 years later you'd get bought out for 100 million. Would that be motivational enough to make you stick to that brand? I don't know. That's something that you should ask yourself, I think. They did raise 16 million apparently somewhere along the line. I don't think that's right when they got started, but that's pretty nice. I mean, that's another thing I think is going to become more valuable than ever, is getting outside capital to build the business. That's definitely something that I've mentioned in the past, like meeting new private equity people that are just really willing to invest their money into you. That's something I've been thinking about. So if you are someone like that, please hit me up. Or if you know someone like that, please connect them with me. I would love to just continue to meet investors. And this guy says that now the founders likely get upside in the solo brand's IPO. This is the perfect direct-to-consumer brand outcome. So apparently they got bought out for that much, but the owners still own some shares of the company. So if they got all that money and still own some of the company, which is awesome. And they're going to be going public in the stock market, which traditionally for many direct-to-consumer brands, it kind of explodes the valuation of the business. So the founders not only get this big payout, but they're going to be worth much more through the stock that they already own. So yeah, this isn't really necessarily a video about exploring how they did it, but really just about the possibilities. You know, it's not often that we think in these types of terms, and what I've learned a lot from just analyzing a lot of billionaires or even just really successful people, obviously, is that they all set pretty high goals, and they set these goals that just sound impossible or sound like they don't make sense or like they're being cocky or egotistical or something. But the reality of it is, if you set big goals, chances are, even if you don't reach that goal, you'll at the very least get close or halfway there, which is still much better than if you would have set a really low goal just to reach it. That's what I've been learning about when it comes to the goal setting, is like really you should set what you think are unrealistic goals, and of course work hard for it. Like obviously you're not going to reach your goals if you don't work, but man, that's super inspiring. And honestly, their store design isn't even that nice to me, no offense. I mean, obviously this brand is incredible in what they've built. They're just like a really community centric brand, and their marketing is really funny. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but we'll take a look at some of their social media pages here so that we can get a closer look. But yeah, I mean, this isn't ideal store design at all. And in fact, I would even argue that this logo looks really outdated. It all just looks really old to me. It doesn't look like a very modern brand, but I think that kind of just adds to their uniqueness. And they have over 500,000 followers and get a ton of engagement. Like, this is a very engaged brand. They do a ton of meme marketing, which I always talk about is like, it's kind of one of the coolest things that have come out of this year and the past couple years that brands do, is like become sort of a personal brand influencer. Each brand now is kind of its own entity, and they post memes, they try to be funny. I don't know, I just love that stuff personally. So that's definitely something noteworthy. This brand right here, literally posting all these memes, got bought out for $130 million, and they're gonna go public in the stock market. Like, nothing is impossible. That's all I gotta say. Of course, here's kind of a really clever thing to do, is repost everything you post on Instagram to Facebook. And wow, this is actually surprising. I've never seen this good of engagement on Facebook. This is the first time I've seen a brand get this much engagement on Facebook from all the brands that we've case studied on this channel. And wow, that's awesome. I guess it just says a lot about the brand. But let's take a look at some of their ads. Okay, so they're running over 110 different variations. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, it seems like all the brands that reach this level when it comes to the direct-to-consumer world tend to run a lot of ads. And this is why I do admire brands like Tesla and stuff like that that spend zero on advertising. Of course, they have a pretty famous CEO, but it's still very inspiring. And yeah, I mean, not anything super crazy with the ads, just your classic carousel ad. Let's see, this one seems very interesting though. Chubbies, the weekend has arrived, the everyday short, the everywhere short, built for comfort, built for adventure. So they're really trying to make you feel something here, built to last, Chubbies. That's interesting how they started off with the weekend has arrived. So that's kind of the ethos of the brand. It's like the weekend feeling. That's how the Chubbies shorts are going to make you feel. Damn, that is powerful actually. I love that. That's a very interesting marketing angle. I've never really thought about the weekend feeling. Maybe it's because, you know, I don't really have weekends anymore. But when I did, I do remember like just really waiting for the weekend. Like when Friday would hit and it was like the end of the day and you know that the weekend is coming, it's like, man, that was a really amazing feeling. Question, ever see a hoodie this comfy? I didn't think so. Hoodie. Zipper pockets. So now they're diving into some other clothes, right? Other garments, and you know, they're just sticking to their brand. It's very like boom in your face, and you know, very like man type of marketing. It seems it's not like super aesthetically pleasing or anything. It's just like very straightforward, and it just looks comfy. I mean, men and women like to be comfy. Nobody doesn't want to be comfortable. And then they have other ads here. They have way too many ads. We're not going to be able to look at them all. Would be sitting here all day. But man, what an interesting brand. Surprisingly, they have a lot of followers on Twitter. I actually don't see that a lot at all. They even have a link tree on their Twitter page, which I'm telling you, like, brands nowadays are becoming influencers, and they're posting all their memes here, getting a pretty good amount of engagement. And it seems like their least followed social media page is their YouTube channel. So they're actually not posting a lot on here, which I think maybe is an area of improvement for them. I think they should start posting more on YouTube. YouTube is an amazing platform, and it's kind of cool to see that a lot of people still undervalue the power of YouTube, especially a brand that's worth over $100 million. One thing I saw that I forgot to mention is that a lot of their traffic is actually from Reddit. So most of their social media traffic is from Reddit. That's actually very interesting. I did not expect that at all. And then of course, the second one is Facebook. And then it says the fourth one is YouTube, which is interesting. I'm surprised that they're not spending more time on YouTube, but they're just running YouTube ads apparently, which is a good idea. And that's about all I wanted to share with you in this video today. Actually, one more thing, Bitcoin all-time high today. Wow, can we just go ahead and celebrate this historic moment together? This truly is a historic moment for decentralization and individual sovereignty. I actually tweeted about that this morning, like 30 minutes ago. I woke up super euphoric for Bitcoin. I'm a huge believer. You guys already know my strategy, the BED strategy. It's gonna reign supreme. That is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. But yeah, super hyped about this. But that's all I got for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We reached 90K subscribers. We're only 10,000 away from that 100K mark. That's pretty insane to think about. Wow. And yeah, be on the lookout for more investing videos, more Shopify videos, more of both. That's basically my whole channel right there. And honestly, that's really all you need to build the life that you want. Make sure you guys check out some of my links in the description. I have a lot of cool tools there that I link, and all of those links support the channel, which is awesome and much appreciated. But that's basically all I got today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.